Hello, hello, and we are live to code up some more stuff on Alias Nerdwood, the website. Um, so today, what I'm thinking I'm going to work on is some more user experience stuff. We sort of ended on that last video, dealing with the views mainly on how everything's going to look and how the navigation will work. I have been putting a lot of thought into this and trying to figure out, what this site is going to be and how it's going to help people, and also how I'm going to make it worthwhile for people to sort of donate their hard-earned money to help me out create these videos and create projects for people. So one of the things I really want to do, which is a little bit different than other people, is I really want to create videos based on projects. I want to create, if I can get to the point, I would like to create a full project in about a week, screen casting the entire process and having the code on GitHub. I think that would help out a lot of people. Plus, it would be nice to try different techniques on different projects using Rails, learn all the different types of things that you can do to make creating apps a little easier, and then share and pass that along to everyone watching. So I think that would be cool. So in order to do that, I wanted to base a lot of the videos around projects. But the more I thought about it, I think I don't really want to just do projects. I want to be able to do a video on, say, a gem, do like a spotlight view on a gem and go through that. So I do want to do both things. I want to do project-based video series and I want to do individual videos. And it's sort of the way the app is set up now. Um, but I'm just trying to find a good balance on what people will want and how to display that to people. And that's where the user experience comes in. When you come to the site, what do you see? How is it going to behave? So one of the things I'm going to do right off the bat is make it so I can associate videos with a project. So the project there'll be projects here where you can visit the project website or visit the GitHub source files. But I also want a button to, like the third button, to be the screencast. So you can click on that and it's going to go directly to all the project videos, right? Instead of just all the videos, it's just going to be videos based on that project. So I thought that would be a cool feature. So we have to add one thing to the videos model to be able to do that. And then I'm just trying to think of how I want to display the home screen here. If I just want to have a list of all the recent videos made, and then have on the side here the recent projects. I'm just trying to figure that out. So far we have a projects view where it has all the projects here. Then we have a slash videos, and this will be an index page for all the videos. So it looks like this. Um, so that's sort of the two views. And then I think we should have a dashboard where it shows the most recent 10 videos and the most recent 10 projects. I think that would be a handy thing to do. So that's what I'm going to work on today. I want to also do links to the video projects and videos page and the home. So I'm going to do those probably right here in some sort of a pill form, and then also have a search form over here for searching for a specific video topic or project. So I'm going to do both of those now. So let's just jump right in here. Okay, so in Vim, this is not necessarily things that need to be tested at this point. Maybe in the future I'll write some tests to verify if things are showing up properly. But for right now in user experience and views, you can simply go through and just create what you think it should be like, because this is the type of thing that changes quite a bit, especially if you're going for A/B testing to see what works best and all kind of stuff. You don't want to write tests to say that it has to be a certain way. So anyways, in the app, I'm going to have the views, and in the views, let's go to layouts and an application. So we have the page title here. I might change this out. I typically use page title as a CSS class. I might just change it out to be directly a H1. Whoops. So we're going to do an H1 here. Okay. So that instead of just a span with a class page title, I'll just give it an H1 right off the bat. So that's good. Okay. I was thinking of doing some coloring. Let me think here. So I have a yield inside of the page container. Just wondering how I might want to do this. I might put this outside of the container here and just do a div around this. And then what this is going to be is if I want to place something outside of the container, sort of above everything, I can do that. So I'm just going to give this a name, call it pre-page, something like that. Pre-container, something. Okay, so I'll utilize that maybe later. I'm not 100% sure yet. So this shared nav bar, this flash, now this will go, I would like this to go inside of a container. I can actually get rid of this and just paste this to there, and then paste this to there. Okay. Okay, so I don't like that pre-container name. What can I call this? I'll just call it full width. All right, so I have a container for the alert. I have a container for the page title and the yield. I'm actually going to do I think I'll theme this up to be, let's see here, assets, style sheet, and then in here I'll do a dot page title and make this a text align center. All right, save that. So that looks good. One thing I want to do, I'll probably I'll just exit out of there for now. I want to do another navigation where I'm going to have the search field. So I have this partial shared nav. It's going to be on every single one, so I might as well just go right in here and we'll shoot up here, save, quit, and we're going to do, so I no longer have this fluid. I'm just going to delete this comment. So nav bar default. I'm going to do another nav. Let's just look up on, let's see here. I think I have one in here. So we can do a nav bar, or we could just do navs. Here, whoops, sorry. Let's look at this nav bar again. Um, Don't really want the nav barness, like the whole bar across the top. What happens if I just did this? Just trying to think of the way I want it. What the heck? Okay, navs, tabs, pills. Okay, let's grab that. Let's just see how this is going to look here. So this is also a nav, which is sort of, the top one isn't necessarily a nav. So I'm just going to paste that in there. And this one is more like a div because it's not really navigation. There are some links for editing things, but this is more navigation down here. So we got the nav pills. We have we got home, and then we're going to do projects, and then screencasts. All right, so let's just see how this looks. Pretty much what's going to happen is it's going to be over here, but I want to maybe move it over there. I'm not too sure yet. We'll see. I want a search bar up here too, a little form for searching. Oh, it's way over here. So we have to stick that in a container, but I also want to do interesting. Just reading here. So this search form, I'm just going to copy this over. Here it is. All right, and I'll probably stick that. Now with the nav bar, I can actually stick it in a position in here, but I'm wondering if I can stick it in like that. If this will fit with the rest. So I'm going to create the div class container. Okay, so whoops. So hopefully this cleans this up. Let's see what happens with this form here. Actually, I'm just going to go in and get that down there. Okay, save that, and we'll jump back over and see what this looks like. The problem with this virtual box and it being so slow is when you're doing these types of little tweaks, this is sort of, you want your browser to be very responsive so you can just jump back and forth and make sure everything's still looking good. Okay, so let's see here. Maybe I want that search on the other side. I'm not sure yet. It is a little interesting. That's for sure. Okay, so what I'm going to do is pull this out of the LI because it's not quite doing what I want it to do. I'll pull that out of there. Whoops. And then I will div class. There's a helper class, but I can't remember where it is, so I'll just say float rate for now. That created my div for me. Okay, I'll bring this up. So in here, I will do class float left. Okay, so that looks good. I need the closing div. Okay. Let's just see what these helpers are. I think it's, whoops, Back to the top. In CSS, I think we have some CSS helpers. Let's see here, helper classes. We have some muted, we have some coloring, icons, quick floats. So, oh, pull left, pull right. That's what we want. Okay, so we'll go up here. Pull, and this one is, didn't even spell it right anyways, but that's fine. Pull left, and I'll save that. And let's check out what happens with this. I think the submit button will get reversed. Oh no. Okay, so we have home, projects, and screencast. Perfect. So let's hook these up so they actually go somewhere. So we're going to go over here and go into the links. Whoops. I guess we can get that out of there. Okay. Now over here we're going to do I'm actually going to look something up here because this active, there's an active class on this li, and I actually have a helper that we can use. So I'm just going to go into view, app, views, no, so app helpers. Is it an application helper? Nav link. Perfect. So in nav link, what I'll do is I'll show you what this looks like real quick. So let's go into the helpers app. Do I not have an application helper? Weird. Okay, so we'll do oh, it's because I'm in there, that's why. Okay, so helpers app. Okay, so I'm going to paste this in there. So we got a nav link. So what this does here, it takes some text that is going to be displayed as the link text, and then it takes a path, and the path will be the link path. So the first thing it does is it says, is the current page equal to this path? It says like, is current page question mark this path? And then if it is, then the class will be active. If it isn't, it's not going to do anything for the options. Okay, so this is setting some sort of an options hash. And then what we do is we create a tag, which is an li tag. As you can see up here, we have like the li tag. And we're going to create one of those passing it the options. And the options that we're setting is the class, whether it's active or not. And then inside that li, we're going to do a link to. And the link to is going to be the text that we passed through to the nav link, and then the path that we passed through to the nav link. Okay, so let's go ahead and implement this. I'm just going to save that and quit. And up here, or sorry, down here, we'll use it. We'll say inside of this UL, this nav pills, what we're going to do is call the nav link, and we're going to pass it two things. We're going to pass it the text. So in this case, we're going to call it home. Then we're going to pass it the path. In this case, it's going to be the root path. And that's it. We'll close this off. Okay, and then we'll copy that 2 more times, and we'll come over here, and we'll say, what was it? Projects. And the path to the projects is going to be projects path. And then over here we'll do the next one is screencasts. And this one is going to be videos path. Good. So I can get rid of all these. So I could call this videos, but or screencasts. Well, screencasts are probably more like what they're going to be, so it's more descriptive that way. So we'll just keep it like that. So we'll save, and see this nav link is going to create the link and the li for us, but it's also going to set that active attribute or option on the li class. Very, very cool. So I'm just going to close out of there, and let's go test this out. Okay, so you see that we're in the videos path right now. This is the videos index. So it shot over and said a listing of videos. So from screencasts to videos. Very cool. So we have the search here, projects and videos. I wonder if I should keep it as screencasts. Because some of them, I might switch it over to videos. Just because it makes more sense, because everything is called video, like edit video, listing videos. So I might as well do that. But we can switch now to projects, boom, and then home, which is the projects as well. So what the home is going to change though. So we're going to have projects is going to be all the projects, screencast is going to be all the screencasts, and well, videos, and home will be just the top 10 of both. So let's go over and change this to videos just so everything makes more sense. Just want to double check that. Okay. So that looks good. Everything's working. We're not going to hook up the search right yet. We'll do that another time. But that's good. So one thing I want to do on the projects folder is let's go into views, projects, and the I wonder if I did shared. No, I did Nav Bar. So the index. So we did this edit link. I'm going to change that out. So this should be the row. So class row seem to have a runny nose or whatever, making a lot of sniffling ever since I came in here. Okay, so we have this row if current user admin. I should move this out to here because I don't want to show that div class row if I don't have to. So just do this and add the end. Okay, so now I'm going to get rid of this edit here, and here I'm going to say videos. This is more like screencast, this is live stream, so I think it might be more descriptive if I put screencast. And this is going to be So we're going to change this to videos path. There is a way where I can make it a direct path to the project videos, or I can make it just the videos path with attaching an optional parameter of the project ID. I'm pretty sure my project is based on friendly IDs, so I can do project is project.name. Okay. There, I think that'll be good. Visit app. Wonder if this will fit repo. Let's see how this looks. Alrighty. So screencast, visit app, GitHub repo. Why is this hugging the top so much, I wonder? Hmm. Well, I guess I could give it, I could give it a bit of padding just by adding a paragraph tag around it. So I guess that would be the easiest way to make that work. So we'll just do this. Looks good. Then we'll see how the screencast link works. Let's wait for this to load. No, that did not work. Oh, it adds the padding below. Ah. Okay, what are we doing here? We're doing a panel. I think panels actually have um, a footer that we can utilize. Let's just double check this. Panel. Yes, it does. So we'll utilize the footer. Panel footer for this. Actually, we should do it in its own thing. So we'll do okay, and then we'll change this to a div and then save it, and this should be better. Now remember, this edit bar on the bottom is only going to show up if you're an admin. Why is it so nasty? What is happening there? Is it because this is a row? No. Oh, I'm inside the panel body. Duh. Alright, so we're going to take out this. Okay, so we're inside. Let's double check this. Okay, so there's the panel body ends. Then we go into the, we don't need this row anymore, obviously. So if it is a current user admin, we're going to do the panel footer with the edit. Perfect. Okay, this is the last time. It's got to work. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Boom. Okay, so if I click on screencast here, we'll see what happens. So we come to the videos. Now it's showing everything because I haven't implemented this yet. It switched over to videos. And then it says projects equals test plus project. So this is what we're going to utilize just to change this over to, oh, how do I want to do this? I don't think I should use the name. I should do the project ID. Yeah, that's what I'll do. But anyways, yeah, so the project ID, so it's going to use this projects option here, this attribute, to select only videos from that project. We need to do a few things to make that happen. So first off, we need to, in the screencast, we need to change this from being project, so I'm just going to say ID. So that'll give us the number, so now we can just look straight up with the project ID. And then, so I'm going to save that. Next thing we're going to do, actually, instead of there, I'm going to go into the migration file. And because this is still early stages, I'm going to just edit the current migration. You don't typically want to do this, but it'll be fine for here. So this is going to be for videos. So I'm going to have an optional field for t.integer, and it's going to be a project ID. And it's not going to be required, so I'm not going to put the null false in there. And I'm going to add an index for searching that up based on the it doesn't need to be unique, that's for sure. So I'm going to have a project ID index for the videos. And that way I can query videos based on the project ID, and it'll grab that quickly because I have the index there, and it'll just give me videos with that project ID. Not every video needs a project ID because not every video is going to belong to a project. It's not going to be part of that project screencast. It'll just be a random video. So that's pretty much all I have to do to make that work on the database side. There are a couple of things I'm going to do on the model side. So in the video models, it's going to belong to I think this belongs to, yeah, project. And on the, this is going to probably be optional, but I'm just going to go into the projects first and do this one. So a project has many videos. And I think I have users, no, because it's all belonging to the admin, so I don't do anything there. So save that, save this. Okay, so the one thing is the video has or belongs to a project, but only optionally. So I think I should specify that. I'm just going to test this out here. Rails belongs to optional. The problem is that the proxy created. I think there was a thing belongs to optional true. Optional true. Oh, that's in Rails 5. Okay. So maybe I'm ahead of the game here. Belongs to class. Can we do this in Rails 4? Do you plan on using optional true? We tend to add qualifiers on an as-needed basis. Now is this going to be a Rails 4 thing? No, so we should be fine. Belongs to name scope. Maybe overthinking this because this is a okay, so it should be fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a user. Oh, no, can I create a user? I don't think so. What I'll do is I'll do a rake db drop db create db oh yeah, I'm using it. Shoot. Let's get out of these things. That exited. This one will exit right here. We'll exit right here. Okay, so rake db migrate. Oh shit. It's already migrated. Blah 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 blah. Rake db drop db create. Perfect. So let's go in and change how we're looking up the videos. Not views, I want controller, videos. And in here we have an index, and we're just simply grabbing all the videos for now. But we want to change that, so we want to say if, so we'll say, it's going to rewrite this. So if params, what do we call that? Project. It's going to be so it'll be this. Let me just rewrite this. Else. Oh my god. Okay. So we need to get the video, the project. So project equals project. I could just run a search on video for the project ID, which I might as well just do that. So video dot where um, there. That's pretty much all I need to do there. And okay, so let's go through and do break test, make sure we didn't break anything with all this. Eventually this video.all is going to change. We're going to have videos.pagination for like paging, page 1, page 2, page 3 of the results. But for now we'll just leave that like that. I think this is all we were doing, to tell you the truth. So we have some all tests pass, that's good. So index, there is a way we can do the I'm pretty sure you can do if, whoops. And then I've never really had luck with this before, so whoops. Then you go end question mark. Or I think it's else. Alright, I'm just trying to figure out if that's how you do that. I'm going to do a search on that. Oh, this is an elegant way right here. I've done, that's what I'm trying to do, but I've had trouble with that one. I like this one. So this one works really well in this case because this code's perfect for a partial. So I'm going to Paste that there. I'm actually going to put this into a content for page title, and then end. I can actually get rid of these H1s because we have that in the template. Whoops. Oh my god. What the fuck is going on here? Undo. What the fuck? Hmm. Very, very weird. Let's go back. Oh, it's because the cap locks is on. That's what fricks everything up. The damn cap locks. Okay, so where was I? It was in views, videos, index. Fix all this junk. Okay, so we're going to render out this. The partial is going to be, oh, I hate this. Get rid of that junk. Get rid of all this junk. There we go. It's going to be, what is this? Vid panel. Collection is videos. You have, we'll say, no videos at this time. Beautiful, very, very elegant. So essentially I can do, I'm pretty sure I can just do this. And then I will break this out and do app views. Videos, and then I will add a new one called vid panel. Actually, I'll just call it video panel. What do I gotta be all fancy like that? html.erb, and then I will, whoops, paste in there, boom, boom, and bring that over. HR that bad boy, edit that guy. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna save that. Whoops. Okay. Now I'm going to go up here and let's just get rid of this. I want to see what this looks like. Oh, should turn on the server though. Very handy when you do that. All right, let's check out how it looks. Obviously. Alright, so I'm going to quickly jump into here. Hurry up, Control P. Alright, so that was the video controller. It said, what the heck are you talking about? Which is perfectly right, because I should probably use the params, not just some random. So I'm going to go back because this test.project, we want it to be the actual ID now. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, we haven't created any, so let's sign up. Test company, test.test, password, sign up. Things we've made, welcome, you have signed up successfully. It's a nice little, perfect, I love it. So we will create a new project. I cannot view that page. So let's go in and go into the Rails C. We'll set this guy up as an admin. So we got that. So user dot admin equals true. User dot save and exit out of that bad boy. Alrighty, now let's go in and create a new project. Test project. This is a test project. Save this up. Perfect. So now if I go to screencasts, it's going to say project equals 1. And now this is where we should be getting everything right, but it's, oh yeah, I left this in there. I totally switched up. I did not finish editing that line, so that's easy fixed. Easily fixed. The hardest part about that fix is remembering what file that was in. So this is the views video index. So I switched it over to the new version of Ruby where it can do this. Boom, boom, and then get rid of this. I think I might need it to do the or, because it's going to render this or do something else. Okay, and I can save this. And let's see what happens here. Alright, so I just took out that end. For some reason it didn't like it. Oh wait, syntax error, starts keyword ensure expected end of input. Link to do. Weird, I wonder what it's render collection. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. We'll just try Rails render partial collection. I wonder if it'll work just without this or symbol. Do you do at video or? Alrighty. What I want to do is just check this out. Ah, wait. What's going on here? What the frick? Oh, frick, I know what it is. Stupid this whole time. See if I can bring all this stuff back. Man, that is frustrating when I do that. I think the error has to do with the thing I'm working on when really it's nothing. I forgot to put the do here. Do have to fix the partial name though. Okay, let's try this again. Man, I hate doing that. There we go. So this won't actually have anything because the video or the project one is not associated with any videos, so no videos at this time. Beauty. So this is working in the center. I can get rid of this. It's not going to do anything. I need to create a new video. Okay, so new video. Um, I'll copy a video source over. Perfect. So screencast, I won't have anything. So what I can do is set up inside of here a way to add a project, related project to here. So I can do like project name, and I can type that in. It'll give me a drop down list like auto populate. a project to associate it with. Or I can just do a drop down for now. Yeah, so what I'll do is in here I will do a drop down. First off, let's fix this up. Bootstrap form 4. Get rid of all this junk. Okay, and then I will do collection select. Never used this one before. Let's try that. Okay, so we're going to do boom boom f dot. I think I can just paste that. Okay, so we're going to do the project ID, project.all, ID name. Good enough. So to make this work, I need to go into the controller, into video controller, and then at the very bottom of here, I'm going to have the params. So I just need to tell it to accept the project ID. Done. So now I should be able to do this no problem. So we're going to create a new video. It's going to have a drop down for the project ID. Let's see here. So there it is. There's our test project drop down. Let me select this video source, paste there. We'll do how to vid to make it feature. Create that. This should work. Okay. So we don't really see anything different there. It all looks the same, but if I go to screencast for test project, this should just show up the one video. Booyah. So it does. What would be interesting is if I change this over to have the project name there. It would be cool, but that would be sort of weird because I guess not. I could do pretty much do the same thing. This is pretty weird, but I'll just do it. So we could do this project name. So Oh my god. Okay, so we'll delete that, delete that, delete that. Delete that, go to the end and just say if params project. Okay, so we're not going to do this, we're going to do boom boom project where find delete word. Okay, I'll do it that way. Well, params insert dot. Okay, so I'm going to grab the project if how should I do this? Wouldn't mind having the project nil. So I might do this instead. Nil. So project, if params has key project find the project ID or have project equal nil. So that way I can go into the index, so videos index, and say totally switch this over and do boom boom equals I think you can do dot present on that. And then we can do this at project.name. Let me just see here. All right, so this will be um, that seems like a lot, but we'll see how that worked out. So let's refresh this. As project once is going to say the project name there instead of listing. Yeah, test project videos. Two things I want to do here now that I know that it's working is I'm just going to insert titleize there so it capitalizes it. And here, instead of listing, I'm going to say screencast videos. So it's pretty much the way I want it to say. This new video stuff, I'm not going to have that show up there anymore. I actually want it to be in a menu, but don't think I'm going to go on too much longer. Let's just see where I'm at with everything. So I have the projects there, I have my screencast, I have videos, lists all the videos, screencast videos, beautiful. I set up my menu, I set up my search bar, that's going to be, I'll utilize that in the upcoming screencast, so I'll get that working. This is all exactly the way I want it. I can go home. Home I will adjust to be more of a dashboard of the two different, the blending of the top 10. Screencast videos, beautiful projects, things we've made. I'm just going to double check that is being projects index. Whoops, not a space. No, it's not. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go into here. Content 4, page title, do, that's what I forgot before, so I better remember it this time. Whoops, and so I can still say things we've made. I could say projects we've made. Something else we can do here is, I wonder if this will work. I'm just going to test it just because I'm curious. So videos.count. And then we could say here, screencasts available. Let's see what that does. So things we've made, this may be push everything down just slightly with the padding, I think. And then this will have an extra line there. One screencast available. So I can get this to pluralize based off that number, but for now it's good. So if I go to videos, I can actually assign this video. Oh, no, I don't want that. I want to edit. Oh, so this is an issue. So it's automatically going to select that. I should have it show up with none. Where's all the options? Prompt true. I think you can do prompt true to get that to be fixed there. So I better do that. Save this. Go into the videos underscore form and better say prompt true. Because what I don't want, like, if the way it's set up now, every single project will be associated with or every single video will be associated with a project, and I don't want that. I want it to be to have a prompt. But will this work? Please select. Okay, so that should not say please select. I wonder if you can edit the Rails collection select change prompt. I understand prompt true, but I think I can actually just, yeah, let's see if I can do this. Um, so with that to say none. Okay, so I'm going to update, make sure this works. Um, so it's still just one, that's good. Okay, so in videos, I'm going to edit this one and assign it to the project. Save this. Good. So I can go back to here and we have 2 screencasts available. I can go to that. It shows up. Perfect. This still works. Hmm. There we go. Yeah, for right now, I think this needs to be cleaned up a bit, but yeah, it's looking good. I like it. Obviously not all the, like, yeah, it doesn't look 100% yet, but just the functionality, getting the functionality there and how you can navigate to the pages and how projects can have a collection of videos all to themselves that can be filtered through the project. I think I wanted that functionality and I got it working. I have this navigation is very easy, home, projects, videos, that's all it really needs. We'll get the search working, which is going to be handy. This is the same as before. We updated videos to have project IDs now, which is awesome. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with this last hour. Did a lot of work, got a lot of things done. Probably some things I have to do in future videos here is set up the dashboard with the 2 rows of different things. Get the search working, and then clean up some of the view, like make how it looks, make it look a little bit better. And that's about it. Have it so you can only access the show page if the video is private. Um, yeah, so if the video, so this seems to be all working. Okay, so this is working. Yeah, so if the video is supposed to be like private, then I will have it so you have to be subscribed to see it, and that's pretty much the only 3 things I need, or 4 things I need. I need the front page done, the search to be done, the look of these little boxes to be improved. I don't mind the videos one, but the projects one for sure needs to be improved a little bit. And then just the subscription authorization on the viewing the videos, the video show page. And that's it. So thanks for watching today. We didn't do a ton of stuff, but we did do enough to really get closer to our endpoint. And we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks a lot.